Hello everyone. Are people still joining? Hello everyone. I'm not sure if everyone is in already, but yeah. Hello. Hi. There's so many of you.
Hi.
Oh my God,
Oh,
I haven't done this in a while. I'm sorry. But yeah, welcome to the Manga Planet panel. We are here with the Manga Planet team and of course Ayu Yamane sensei, who we will introduce later at during the talk session part. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Gladys. I'm from Manga Planet. And with me are Usa, Tiffany, and Emma. I'll let them introduce themselves for a bit. Yeah. How about Usa? Can you introduce yourself first?
oh, sorry. Hi, I'm Usa. Yeah, I am part of the Manga Planet team. It's nice to see you all and meet you. And I hope that this is a fun panel for you all.
Okay,
That's a bit.
Tiffany.
Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany and I'm also part of the Manga Planet team. This is my first time joining CitrusCon and I'm nervous but also excited. We prepared a fun panel, so I hope you enjoy this talk and live drawing session with Ayu Yamane sensei. Nice to meet you all
Thank
virtually.
you. And Emma.
Hi, my name is Emma. I'm also at the Manga Planet team. Thank you for having Manga Planet and also letting Ayamane Sensei come and talk with us today. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay.
It's our first time here at CitrusCon and I think you've seen both me and Emma countless times in different cons. But yeah. Um nice to meet you all, and we're happy to be here. And before we introduce our guest speaker for today, we would like for the first timers, like you don't have any idea what Manga Planet is, we are here to introduce you to Manga Planet. So I hope you bear with us. You stay with us before we head on to the talk session. Yeah. So I'll have Usa and Tiffany talk about Manga Planet real quick for you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to load. Okay, I think it's loaded.
Can you all see the slides?
Okay. So
okay, yes, okay.
I guess we'll get started. Hi, everyone. Yeah, welcome to our session, and thank you so much for joining us. So the Manga Planet team earlier, as we said, so Tiffany, Gladys, Emma, and I will be your hosts along with some of the CitrusCon staff who are super great and have really helped us ease into this kind of virtual con gig. Yeah, so I guess we'll start off with a brief introduction of who we are. And so, yeah, again, as we introduced ourselves earlier, we are Tiffany, Gladys, Emma, Usa, and we're part of the Manga Planet team. And just a few of the things that we kind of go over on the day-to-day is social media, localization, feedback, surveys, events, newsletter, press releases, and so on. So yeah, it's nice to meet you all. So we'll try to keep our part short because we don't want to take the spotlight away for too long. But this is basically what Manga Planet's deal is. And yeah, so we are an online service for officially licensed Japanese manga, where you can subscribe to read most of our lineup. And now you have the option to rent or buy specific titles as well. And also most titles come with a free preview for at least the first chapter. And again, some of you might be thinking that it sounds a little bit familiar, but so BL fans, such as yourselves, might be familiar with our BL branch, which is called Ftikya. And again, Tiffany will go into that a little bit later of why we're going with Manga Planet now. And yeah, we have a wide range of genres, including GL, Yuri, shonen, seinen manga, shoujo, josei manga, and of course BL. So more on our subscription plans. We have 5 plans to choose from, and they all get the same thing. It's just how long do you want to be subscribed is the difference. So if you're someone who reads manga in like really short sprints and gets like a little burst, like when you're on vacation or have some time off or something, we recommend the shorter 1 week or 1 month plans. But if you're someone who reads consistently every day and just kind of wants to have access constantly, then we recommend like the longer 3, 6, 12 months plans. So it's always with you, basically. And so not all of our titles are available through a subscription, unfortunately, but right now we have more than 580 titles, I believe, to read from start to finish via the subscription. And there's always more coming along. Yeah. And then next, so there's the points as well, where if you want to read like specific titles, or if you're not really into subscriptions or something, then you can choose from 6 of our points packages. And again, you have like over 1,000 titles that you could choose from that you could read just with points if you want. And next, Tiffany will be going into more of our features and like free previews and stuff like that. So
thank you, So most of our titles have chapter 1 available for previewing for free. But you have to sign up for an account. It's free to create an account though, so you don't lose anything by doing so. So, if you want to get a feel of what a title is like, or like you just want to browse Manga Planet, you're not yet sure if you want to commit to subscribing or buying or renting a title with points, you can check out the free previews to get a feel of the titles you're curious about, and our website. And next slide, please. Sorry, we're the next one. Okay, so thank you. So about the history of Manga Planet and Futekia. So we actually started out as a Facebook page to research the manga reading habits of international readers. And then in 2019, we launched the Futekia Library and the Manga Planet Library, which were our subscription services. So as you all know, Futekia is for BL, and then Manga Planet is multi-genre, like shonen, seinen, shoujo, josei, and BL. But then this year, we merged both of our services for various reasons, including being able to promote ourselves more, because here in Japan, it's a bit difficult to get some publishers to work with us, publishers and advertisers to work with us, if we're just a BL exclusive service. So that's one of the reasons why we decided to merge both libraries. But because we know that a lot of people love Futekia, it still lives on. Like, we really wanted to keep the name in some way. So right now, the BL category of Manga Planet is named Futekia. Like, if you go to our homepage, you can see BL and then Futekia in parentheses. So we still continue adding BL titles to our service. So just because we've merged doesn't mean that we're neglecting the the BL side of things, because us on the team, we also love BL ourselves. So yeah. And then next, the key features of our service. So first, we have the variety of content, and then we also update regularly. So you'll see new releases pretty much every day, like whether it's new volumes or new titles or new chapters. And we're also flexible to many reading habits. So in addition to our subscription plan, you can also purchase titles by the chapter or the volume if you're just looking to read specific titles instead of like subscribing. But then if you're the type who, for example, likes to read a lot of titles in a short period of time, or like within a few months or a year or something, then our subscription plan is for you. And then we're accessible on any device, anywhere. So like on desktop, on your phone. Yeah, you can read Manga Planet. And we support publishers and artists because we work with them in an official capacity. And that's why reading on our service is guilt-free reading, because everything is officially licensed. And then next slide. So we also have some Futekia specific features. So we have some detailed trope tags. So let's say if you're into Omegaverse or something, then you can like check stuff to include or exclude certain tropes in your search. And then we also have content warnings, because while we are not into kink shaming or like shaming people over ships preferences or whatnot, like, you know, we also know that people have their own squicks and triggers. So, you know, you can include and exclude as you like. And we also have our spice meter. So, you know, you can see, so it's a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the mildest, like the most vanilla, and then 5 being like the spiciest, the horniest. So yeah. And then next, so why sign up for Manga Planet? Next, please. So first of all, creating an account is free. So there's no, I mean, signing up doesn't mean subscribing or purchasing. So it's really just like, you know, you can sign up to read free previews, and then like also get access to certain features. Like we have a favorites feature, so you can like add certain titles to your favorites, and then you can go back to them later. And we have more chapters available as free previews, because some titles have not just chapter 1 available for free reading, but also chapter 2, or maybe even beyond in some cases. And depending on like how you set your email preferences, your settings, you can also get some special members only offers. So again, if you're into that, you can set your user preferences to receive promotion emails from us. And then here are our socials. And then with that, oh sorry, oh yeah. So next, I would like to share our stance on piracy. I would just like to take note that this is not meant to like single out like anyone or like any person or country or anything. It's just that because this is like the core of our business, our management team believes in like sharing, you know, letting people know of our stance. So on our website, we have a statement of stance called Manga Planet Against the Illegal Distribution of Manga. And users are required to agree to our pledge against piracy when signing up for our service, because in the past, we've had to deal with some users uploading our titles to those scanlation websites, those manga like aggregator websites or something. So these initiatives have been in place even before Manga Planet and Futekia merged, because for basically the Japanese publishing industry, like manga creators, publishers, and distributors, piracy is a pretty serious problem, and it can really affect the creators and publishers. Like it makes, let's say, it makes some publishers more and creators more reluctant to have their works distributed internationally. And sometimes it can also have an impact on some creators' mental health as well. So that's why we really discourage piracy, because basically because it means that, you know, it deprives the creator of their due compensation for their labor. So next.
Yeah, and again, as Tiffany mentioned, this isn't to single anybody out or to call fault on anybody. It's just we really believe in this, and we think it's important to mention it when we can. But yeah, we want to emphasize that manga piracy will inevitably lead to losses, and not only for manga fans, but also for just general manga culture around the world. And we understand that accessibility and affordability is really a huge issue in the manga world, especially outside of Japan. But even so, reading and distributing creators' works without their permission illegally is inexcusable to us. And for those of you who read manga through legal means and are attending cons like this, like CitrusCon, we want you to know that we really see you and we appreciate you so much. And we wanted to reiterate again our stance on piracy because it relates to the essence of our operations. And we sincerely hope that you will continue to contribute to like a healthy manga ecosystem through sites like ours and other official sites, bookstores and events like this and so on where you can. Because in doing so, this is how you truly show your support to the manga creators and sustain the growth of culture worldwide. Thank you for having us here and again for letting us reiterate our stance. So we can all continue to have a great time. And so appreciate you all for letting us make things a little bit serious for a minute. But please allow us to introduce our guest of honor, Ayu Yamane sensei. And so Ayu Yamane sensei is an independent BL/gay romantic comic artist. She carefully depicts everyday life, and the stories in her comics are always related to ordinary people's extraordinary love. Her distinctive drawing style has been developed over a long career as an illustrator, and her love of cats, birds, old architectures, and the stories of age gap couples strongly influence her comics. And these are just a few of the titles that are available on Manga Planet. Recommend them all, by the way. And right now, or for this month and for beyond, basically, right now we have on our top page, on our homepage, the section called Manga Planet Spotlights, and Ayu Yamane sensei is featured on there. So it's really easy to access all of her entire catalog and to just kind of pick and choose as you please. So without further ado, let's get into the talk session. And thank you for listening to us babble on. And I hope you all have a good time.
Okay, thank you, Usa, Tiffany. Yay, arigato. Thank you. And now let's go. I know you are all excited to meet Sensei. I'm sorry, excuse me. And now let's call on Ayu Yamane Sensei, our guest of honor for today's panel. Sensei, please turn on your camera.
Hi.
Welcome, Sensei.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me.
How are you? How are you today, Sensei?
Oh, pretty good. And I'm really, really nervous. And I'm surprised 92 people get together for this live streaming. Thank you for coming us.
Yes, everyone wants to see you, Sensei. And we see that you're in a kimono. You dressed up for us.
Let me show off.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
But actually, wearing kimono made me more nervous. So I made myself more nervous.
No, you're good, Sensei. Everyone is just very, very excited to see you right now. So we gathered. Yes.
There are Japanese messages.
Yeah, there are Japanese. They say lovely, so pretty, beautiful. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for dressing up for us.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Yes, so Sensei will be. Yes, Sensei's English is very good. So
No.
So she'll be talking for most of the time in English, but if there's anything, Sensei, that you need help, we are all here. The whole Manga Planet team is here to assist.
Thank you. Yes.
We are ready. Okay.
Yes, on standby.
On standby. We gathered some questions from the fans before the event. Did anyone from the chat send some questions? Did you all send your questions? But if you didn't, don't worry, because we may have time to answer questions from the chat later on. So we'll see. So first, the first question, I'm gonna go straight to the first question. I really like the layout of the panels in your manga, Sensei. Are there any particular manga or comic artists who inspired your style of laying out your panels?
Yeah, I was influenced by a lot of comic artists, so it is hard to pick one particular comic artist. But when it comes to layout, one comic artist came to mind, and it is Kusama Sakae Kusama. Maybe many of you knew her name. Yeah, and this is one of her oldest comic book. And so she didn't make space between panels like this. And so I was really influenced by her paneling works. So I mimicked her style and drew comics, and I like the comics that have three-dimensional compositions. So other than Kusama Sakae, I love Ono Natsume's work, and so and especially she uses cartoonish, cute characters, but the story is very serious, and these characters have somehow like a sexiness, even though they looks very cute. And so maybe some of you noticed my early work, I forgot English title, but ごめんね、りゅうちゃん or りんご畑で捕まえて. So my old works are really influenced by Ono Natsume's comics. And there are a lot of comic books I want to introduce you. So when it comes to panels or composition of panels, I was also influenced by Taiyo Matsumoto, and he is kind of a prominent shonen or seinen manga artist, and so his works are really artistic and not unlike like common comic drawings, but yeah, his works are so great. So sometimes I struggle to think of the composition of my panel, and I often open his books and get a hint from his comics. Yes.
Thank you, Sensei. So for Gomenne Ryu-chan, that's I'm sorry, Ryu. It's under it's under Ryu-chan no Baka, or useful in manga Manga Planet, and the other one is Ringo Batake. Across the Apple Orchard. Yes, it's also available in Manga Planet. So if you haven't subscribed, or you can access. I'm sorry. I just had to.
Just a little promo in there.
Okay, so for the second question, would you like to ask the question, Usa?
Oh, yeah, sure. So this is again from a reader. And first, I love your work. And just a side note, I think everyone here wants to express that they also love your work. And thank you so much for writing and drawing such wonderful and diverse stories. I have one question. What is your favorite art medium to work with? Examples like marker, paint, digital, etc.
Yeah, this is very difficult question. And but mainly I use digital to my iPad and Apple Pencil, and because digital tools is very make my job very efficient, and so I can revise or repaint endlessly with digital tools. So when I draw illustration for my work, I always use digital tools, and the digital tools have like a limitless potential, and so like I can combine photos or texture on my illustrations, and but so at the same time I love to use watercolors, and but watercolors is a bit difficult to control, and so if I make mistake end of the painting, I could ruin entire my work. So I need plenty of time to draw illustration with watercolors. So recently I haven't been able to use watercolors. So I miss them. And thirdly, my favorite painting tool is this Posca pens, and I'm gonna use them for today's live drawing. And it is kind of so even though it is like a hand drawing tool, but it has that side of like a digital drawing, because if I made mistakes, but using this non-transparent pen, I can correct or revise my painting, and so it has very vivid color. I like it. I wish they have a more wide range of colors. So they only have 12 colors, but this limits of color stimulate my creativity. And so, and recently I was gave a lot of painting tool from my friend, and sadly her mom passed away a few years ago, and she was an amateur artist, and so she left a lot of medium like pastels, watercolor paints, and color pencils, and my friend gave me almost all of them. So I really want to try them sooner.
Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry for your friend's loss, but I hope her mother knows that all of her tools are in such good hands. And I don't think they could have gone to anybody better. And I think we're all excited to see how you draw with the Posca markers later. At least I'm very excited to see you in action. So thank you so much.
Cute.
Okay, Tiffany, would you like to ask the third question?
Sure. It's actually pretty long, and it's more like a series of questions in like one question. So I will try to break it down and read it slowly. So the third question actually starts with some really nice words for Sensei. So let me start. Sensei, thank you so much for speaking with us today. It is an honor to be able to listen to you speak and watch you draw. Your stories are always so moving. So I was wondering how you approach creating a new story. So I think this is basically the user's main question. How do you approach creating a new story? And then the other additional questions to this main question are like, does inspiration strike you suddenly? Or maybe you want to create a story with certain elements, and then a new story grows from there. And also, did you create stories during your childhood, or was it only a talent that you discovered as an adult? And then the user ends with, "Thank you again for sharing your stories with the world. Reading your works never fails to put a smile on my face." So I know that's a lot of questions. So Sensei, do you think you can answer everything? I can ask the sub questions again later.
Okay, let me answer the first one.
First
and
one.
then
Okay.
Could you ask me the last one?
The first one? Sorry.
Yeah,
The first one.
First, so I can answer first and the second one.
Sure. Okay.
Together.
Okay.
So
okay, thank you.
Yeah, when I make my story, so I'm making story all the time, and so when I listen to the good episode or read a very good story, I always think, what if it is in the BL story, or can I convert this story into BL or gay romance story? And so this what if is like basic of my way of making story. So for example, several years ago, I joined the meeting of school library volunteers. I worked for a school library as a volunteer staff for a few years. And at the meeting, there was a demonstration of book reading by volunteers, and they usually did it for children, and their performance was so great. And even though they are just ordinary moms, but they were like actresses, and I was so moved. And afterwards, on the way home, I couldn't help but thinking, what if it happened between two men? What if the most unlikely person who have a decent job enjoy book reading by his boyfriend? And so, I also thought about what job or what type of person is could unlikely could enjoy book reading. And I made the basic story of the serious. I forgot the English name again.
Save serious talk for later.
Save the serious talk for later. Yeah. Like this, the start of the story is always very small or very simple, and it when I play a small scene or just one scene in my brain again and again, and it developed many episodes, and then it turns out big or one long story. So I can get inspired by almost everything around me.
Thank you very much, Sensei. Like, a few people said in chat that that what you said was very relatable because like like thinking of like, oh, I heard this really good story, or this like interesting thing happened in my life. How do I turn it into a BL? So yeah, some people said in chat that they could really relate. So yeah, again, thank you for that. That was really interesting. Do you think you can also answer the other questions? Of course, I will ask them again because it's really long. Like, or do you want to move on to the next person's question?
No, what was the last question of this second person?
Sure. Okay. So okay. So their next and last question was, did you create stories during your childhood, or was it a talent that you discovered only during adulthood?
I've been drawing comics since I was teenager, and when I was a teenager, or until in my mid-20s, I had been drawing shoujo manga comics, and looking back at that time, my story wasn't very good, and because I always struggled to make stories, and then in my 20s, I found BLs on the internet, and I wanted to draw them myself. And once I start making making BL story, I never struggle to find a new idea or making a story. It's like I find right place to draw comics, and it's like I found my home. And I've heard a lot of similar story by BL fans. They commonly say when they find BL manga or novels, they felt like, oh, this is it. This is what I wanted to read, or this is my home. And so it happened to me for making a story. Yeah, so it's kind of talent I developed after I grown up.
Okay, thank you very much, Sensei. Again, what you said was also something that some people in chat said that they found relatable. That feeling of like, struggling to find like stories that you like, or stories that you want to create, or think of like stories to create, and then like you found BL. And I like the way that you said that it's like you found your home. So
Yeah.
we're really glad that you started writing BL. We actually have one user in chat, Vex Somniari, who said, something I want to say as a gay man myself. I adore her works because they feel genuinely real to me. So, Sensei, you definitely have a lot of fans here, among the international English speaking fandom. So thank you very much, Sensei, for answering this series of questions. And now for the last question that we got in advance, let's see, Emma, would you like to read the last question?
You have a copy, Emma? Or I
Or
can
maybe
ask.
someone else?
Yeah, I can ask the last question.
Okay, thank you, Gladys.
Okay. Do you have a copy, Emma? No.
Sorry,
No.
I'm having some technical difficulties on my end getting the copy of.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so on the topic of fan sensei, this is very related to the last question that we got. It says, thank you for making such wonderful comics. I really love. It's fine, even if it's just a dream. And save serious talk for later. You've had many of your works translated to English. Is the feedback you get from your English speaking audience different from your Japanese speaking audience? If so, how are they different?
Basically, I haven't gotten many feedback from Japanese readers, and so I don't think there are distinct difference between feedback from Japanese readers and feedbacks from English readers. But one thing I remember about feedback is when I published a second book of It's Fine, even if it's just a dream in Japanese, and I got many feedbacks more than usual because end of the episode 2 was a bit tragic, and many readers got shocked and sent me message why did it happen to protagonist Kiyosaki, and so they can't wait to see he become happy. And so it didn't happen on English readers, maybe because when I published this series in Japanese, I could publish one episode per year. So reader had to wait for long time to read the next story. But in Futekia, entire story released almost at once. So English reader didn't need to have such a struggle or frustrating moment. And that when it comes to feedback, I always remember at that time I released Japanese version of It's Fine, even if it's just a dream, episode 2. So, and let me know if you have same feeling when you second story of this comic.
It is quite I was really attached to the former boyfriend actually in that second story, so it was shocking to read it. But in the Japanese, I think it's each individual. So yeah, like picking up the next volume, I was like, oh, I need to read it quickly to find out what happens next.
Yeah, we did release it like in one go, right? Or
I
was
think
it like
at that time it was weekly when we first
weekly?
Yeah.
at the very beginning it was more of a weekly schedule at the time. But yeah, English readers didn't have to wait that long. They knew this next schedule actually at the time.
So yeah, if you haven't read Save Your Stuff for Later, or It's Fine even if it's just a dream, you can read them all on not Futekia, mangaplanet.com. Futekia is our BL. I still keep on, yeah. Thank you, Sensei. And we also got some thank you. We also got some questions from the chat. Is it okay to ask some questions from the live audience?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Steffi, thank you for the question. Asked, what is the best way for someone to get into drawing BL for the first time?
Oh, best way. It is very difficult question. And yeah, but don't hesitate to do that. Just open your notebook, start holding your pen and start drawing something. And yeah, I think the difficult step of drawing comics is start drawing on white paper So if you can jump in to your creation, maybe you can do it to finish. So please just start, do that.
How did you sensei start drawing BL in
Oh,
your case?
in my case, I start writing scenario, and so at first uh, I write plot on notebook, and then I turn them into scenario, and then I based on that I draw like a name. What do you call name in English?
Like a rough paneling, like
Storyboard.
storyboard.
Storyboard, yes.
Oh.
And so in my case, it is almost the same storyboard and drafting. And so this is my way to create comics.
Mhm. Okay, thank you, Sensei, for that very helpful advice. And we have another question from Pico, or is that Piako? I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but what is your personal favorite work of your own?
Personal
That is a difficult question to ask a
yeah.
creator. But yeah, if you had to choose one, Sensei, but I think it's difficult though. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe favorite. Sorry, it is very difficult. Maybe the writing scenario is the most exciting moment because yeah, the writing letters is easier than drawing illustrations. So I can dream, I can make a very master like a very good comics while I writing scenario. So the writing scenario is the one of the most favorite
Part?
moment.
Oh. Is there like do you have like your own work which you love writing the scenario of? For example, like save serious stuff, like certain title.
Yeah, like which title was the most enjoyable to write or your favorite to write? That one's
in
hard.
my
In your own work.
In your work, like Save Years Later or Across the Apple Orchard.
Maybe that's Stray because
The Stray.
I'm big fan of age difference couples and that Stray the couple in that Stray is the typical age different couple. So when I draw it, I don't need to think. I just the idea came to mind naturally, and so I actually draw many bonus comics because I love their stories. And yes, so but I have to say I can't I can't rate or I can't say which is good or which is bad among my comics. So I'm maybe I'm the biggest fan of my own comic.
Don't worry, Sensei. We're all big fans of your comic.
think we
Thank you
have
so much.
a lot of competition.
Yes.
Everyone here are big fans of your comics. Don't worry. Okay, thank you, Sensei. And there's one more question from Melissa. Is there a favorite BL manga series that you enjoy reading?
BL manga series. So I have to admit, recently I haven't read many BL mangas. So now I'm into romance novels. And like I said, the Kusama Sakai's works, her, her comics are very special to me. Her BL mangas changed my life. So if there are people who haven't read her manga, I really recommend her comics. And I wonder if her comics became English. Maybe not yet.
Check that. I
We
know
will.
she also did the illustrations for some romance novels in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like she did the Josh Lanyon series as well.
Yeah,
But in
yeah.
terms of English, I'll have to double check that real
祭り
quick.
の男。Yeah.
Okay. And are you checking, Emma? Or
It's gonna be a little slow because the internet's a little slow where I am.
okay. So another question, Sensei, this is about when you are drawing. So when you draw expressions, do you make the same expressions on your own face?
Yes.
There you go, Ty. That answers your question. So when you're drawing an angry face, you're also making an angry face or something.
Yeah. It is interesting, like a phenomenon. So I've heard a lot of professional comic artists say like that. So why we do that? It is kind of instincts of human. It is, yeah. I want someone to research about this function of human being.
Yeah, I guess when you're like putting on makeup on someone when you want them to pout, right? And then you also pout like that. Yeah, so it's very relatable. But there's another question about your drawing, Sensei. What do you like to draw the most? This is a very comprehensive question, broad question. Liga? Yeah, Liga A. From Liga A.
What? Yeah, it is difficult questions.
Maybe like, I don't know, body parts, background, expression. Yeah.
When I draw human beings, actually I was really nervous. I always think, what if I can't draw correct human body, like a human body balance, like a proportion. So I can't say I really enjoy drawing characters. Of course, I don't say I dislike to draw characters, but so the drawing human proportion is very difficult. So I'm always a bit nervous when I draw human body. On the other hand, when I draw backgrounds, it is not easy, but there are certain method to draw backgrounds, so I can be more relaxed when I draw backgrounds. So I can say I like drawing backgrounds.
Okay, thank you.
Somebody in the chat asked, do you enjoy drawing cats?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the birds. Yeah.
Cats and birds.
Cats and birds.
Thank you, Sensei. Okay,
Thank
there's
you.
another question from Vex. How do you create the relationships in your stories?
Oh, sorry.
How do you create the relationship in your stories?
Relationship between characters.
I think so.
How it's naturally occur to mind. So, like I said, so it started what if, and
What if? Mhm.
yeah, and what com what combination of characters? Yeah. So which combination of character make me most excited?
Mhm.
So I try many combination what if it is like a young boy and the old man, or what if it is like a classmates of high school, and I choose the one that I'm most excited in. Yes, I'm not sure if it can the answer of your question, but
So
like
it's more on the like real, it's based on real people, right? Like you find inspiration on real people.
I yeah, I'm not so inspired by real people.
Mhm.
So it's like I play the movie in my mind and watch it, what's going on,
Mhm.
and if it is good for my comic, I uh, pick pick up,
Mhm.
or I edit from that.
Mhm.
I hope my explanation can be understandable.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Vex. And thank you, Sensei.
Thank you very
And
much.
there's another question from Nero. Are there any stories you have wanted to do but haven't been able to do them? Like I really want to do this, but because of time or publisher or other factors, you can't. Is there
Uh,
any story like that?
Sorry, could you say it again?
Oh, are there any stories you've wanted to do but haven't been able to?
Ah, okay. I so now I've been drawing historical romance,
Mm.
and it was the comic I want uh, I wanted to draw, and I couldn't for a long time. So and so and I want to draw another historical, like a kind of action romance, but I haven't been able to make solid story yet. And if I have a chance, and uh, if I got ability to build good solid story with this idea, yeah, I hope one day I can draw it. And it is like a undercover detectives and for art thieves. So
Oh.
I hold this idea for a long time, but um, it is still just idea.
Oh, I hope to read it in the future. It sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
we would love to read that kind of story in the future.
Yeah. So now I'm drawing historical romance and drawing all the architecture or interior or fashion is very fun. So I hope I can do it after I finish current comic.
Okay. Thank you, Sensei. I think we have two more. Please correct me if
Lots
I'm
of
wrong.
questions.
So many questions.
No, more on like more on your recommendations for novels.
Oh, sorry.
Your recommendations.
Romance.
Oh my gosh, there are a lot of recommendations. And yeah, let me check my Kindle. Okay.
I know for a while you really like the Edith Winter's Divergent series.
Yeah, Divergent series. Yeah, it was very good. So Eden Winter's Divergent series, it is the story about former drug trafficker turned to narcotics agent. And yeah, it is very exciting body romantic story. So if you like body movie or body novels and you have that time, you wish these two bodies become couple, you should read this series, Eden Winter's Divergent series. And the other, my favorite, luckily, almost all romance I've read were very great. I love all of them. And okay, there is the novel. It is not romance, but the recently I read it and I got into it. And the title is Watchmaker of Filbury Street by Natalie someone. Natalie Pulley.
Natasha Pulley.
Natasha Pulley, yes. So yeah, it is historical steampunk romantic novel. And so the most impressive point is it is set on the London in early 19th or 20th, but the Japanese characters showed up in this novel, so you can so you can see like old London culture or society, and you can see like Japanese immigrants in at that time through the British author's perspective. So it is very impressive, and I really highly recommend this novel to BL or romance fans. Yes, it is very good romantic story.
Thank you, Sensei.
I can't stop recommending my favorite novel.
I actually bought the book based off your recommendation, and I'm waiting to read it soon.
Okay. And before we start on the live drawing, one last question. We'll just cut the questions here. If we have extra time later on, we can ask more questions. But Sensei, do you have pets? The chat would like to know if you have pets.
I don't have any pets, sadly, and so but there my neighbor have cats, and one of them openly come our garden. So I enjoy seeing him or her. And but the cat isn't friendly. So each time I find her, they immediately run away from me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a very tsundere cat.
Yes, but it hadn't did it yet.
I hadn't did it yet. It's just tsun.
Since
Okay, thank you, Sensei. And now we will move on to the live drawing part. We have a less than an hour left. But yeah. So Sensei will just set up.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. See
See
you.
you in a while,
you.
Sensei.
I think you asked earlier if the artists that Yamane Sensei liked had English titles.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up again. So there's 3 titles that are localized into English, and they're all through Sublime. One of them is, let's see, let me pull it up again. One of them is Lost Letters. The other one is The Bed of My Dear King, and the last one is The Match Seller. So they're all through Sublime at the moment. And they're by the artist Kusama Sakai Sensei.
Yeah, so be sure to check that out. We are now switching iPads from Sensei to there you go. So we will now proceed with the live drawing. So please pin the live drawing. Thank you.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can see Sensei.
Please keep chatting while I'm drawing.
What was the someone said they missed the one of the romance recommendation.
The
Yeah.
Diversion series by Eden Winters. You could get it in a box set, actually. It's quite economical for people who would like a lot of novels in one pack.
Yeah, it has 9 books, so very long series. And just 2 of them became Japanese.
Oh, so there's a Japanese version.
Yes. And there was 7 years between first book and the second book in Japanese. So fans were really waiting for second book in Japan.
Do you read most of your novels in English or Japanese, if it's okay to ask?
So if there is Japanese version, I read Japanese, but so not so many titles released in Japanese. So recently, I mostly read English version.
Oh.
This is the one of the biggest joy of studying English. Biggest benefit of studying English for me.
Yeah, I did. It's very helpful to study language when you love the medium.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who study Japanese because of BL.
I was just about to say.
I don't know anyone personally, but
No one comes to mind.
no,
but,
we don't. Well, who knows? But somebody might.
Does anyone in chat? There were a few people that were typing in Japanese, but do you all also study Japanese or like, casually go into it? Oh, wow. Yeah, there are a couple. Yeah, there's so many people.
Wow.
Currently studying, yeah.
Oh,
How long have
sorry.
you?
I study with
Right.
Otome and BL games. Same tie. Like I incredibly became faster at reading Japanese after playing so many Otome games.
Mm. I know somebody who passed JLPT 2 because they played Donga Oppa instead of studying.
Wow.
But really it helps, like I think you'll actually like not just enjoy studying the language but also like learn it faster if there's like if you're not just learning through textbooks, because like I mean I'm not a professional like language teacher or anything, but like from experience, like textbooks are good for like the foundation and all, like teaching you the proper grammar and everything, but they're not like the be all, because like they like they don't teach you slang for one, and slang always changes. So it really helps if there's something in the language that you're studying that you're interested in, like shows or like manga, like books, movies, whatever.
Music is a
Yeah.
big one as well.
And because I learned English a lot from Romance, I know a lot of words about male body, but I have a good knowledge of female bodies slang.
How long
The-
have you
the
been
bit-
studying English, Sensei? If it's okay. I don't know.
What was that?
Oh, I think my video is cutting out, but
Oh,
So,
sorry.
how long have you been studying English, Sensei?
Oh, me?
Mhm.
Oh, maybe about 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this make me feel sad because
what?
No,
my
What?
yeah, my English haven't been improved as I expected.
You're
So
doing great.
Yeah, your English is very
no
good.
problem.
So everyone is saying your English is very good. It's great.
good.
English is yeah. English is a hard language.
I
Very
think
difficult.
Japanese is hard language. So it is the reason why most Japanese struggle to study English, because our brain already occupied by Japanese. There is no room for the other language, because we have to learn honorifics, keigo,
Keigo, yeah.
and these honorifics have 3 types, and we have to learn 3 types of letters: kanji, hiragana, katakana, and when in the middle school and high school, you have to learn ancient Japanese, koten, and
Oh.
Wow.
our brain already enough of Japanese language. There is no room for another language, I think.
Also, if you don't expose yourself to English, there's really not much chance to use English in Japan. So what Sensei is doing, like reading novels in English, is a very good way to expose yourself to the language.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it's really impressive, like
Yeah.
reading novels. Like I thought you'd been studying for longer, like
Yeah.
much longer.
And to be able to like participate in events like this, all in English, and you're so brave as well.
That's so
Like I would not be able to do that in Japanese.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you had
Wow.
like grown, had experience abroad or something, because your English is so natural and it doesn't sound like a textbook or anything. So I think it's thanks to the novels that
Oh,
the
about
English
me?
that you speak. The English that you
Yeah.
speak, it's so natural and it's
Oh,
so
really?
like
Thank you. Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe because I prefer study English with real materials. So there are a lot of English study materials like textbooks or podcasts for English learners. And of course, they are very helpful. I use them, but I prefer listen or read their English materials that native English speaker use every day, like news or of course novels and so documentaries. Yeah, but I it is very happy to hear that my English is natural.
Yeah. Wow. Everybody, time to read romance in a different language.
But yeah, I think like a high school class should use romance in their English class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
some of
viewers are saying they will buy Japanese novel right now, Japanese BL novel to study
There's going to be
Japanese.
an uptick in Japanese novel sales after this panel.
Somebody said, I think V said, we learned that WWWW means LOL in the last panel.
Sa-
It's a good, yeah, very good.
WWW.
Yeah. And then so like to go further into the WW, it's like if you put a bunch of them together, it looks like spikes, like it looks like grass.
Grass.
So
yeah,
another way to say LOL is to say grass in Japanese, which is ksa.
Ksa.
yeah.
LOL. Ksa.
I guess it's like
Hello.
lamau.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lamao, ksa. Do you have Steffi is asking, do you have a favorite no Japanese novel, Sensei?
Japanese novel. Oh, so recently I'm so into romance. So I haven't read Japanese novels for a while. But have you heard the author named Nagano Mayumi? Mayumi
Mayumi
Nagano.
Nagano.
Mayumi Nagano. I don't think her novels published in English, but yeah, she isn't considered as a BL author, and her novels are published in non-BL label, and but many of her books almost BL. Yeah.
I guess like
Oh.
Miura Shiori. Oh, Shiori?
Shion.
Shion,
Miura.
Shion. Miuri Shion. Almost like not quite BL, but
Yeah,
has
yeah.
the aroma.
Yeah.
The scent.
But so Nagano, so in Shion Miura's novel, there aren't so many like direct romantic relationship between men, but in Nagano Mayami's novels, there are a lot of gay couples.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but she changed her style recently, so I'm not sure her latest work include a gay romantic scene, but yeah, she published a lot of books that include gay romance.
Wikipedia says that she was shocked. She gained influence from Takemiya Keiko sensei.
Oh.
I didn't know that, but yeah.
I think it's Mayumi Nagano.
Nagano, yes.
Yeah. So she read how do you read this? Sora ga suki?
空が好き。I
I'm not
haven't read.
manga by Takemiya Keiko sensei, and she stumbled into the world of shonen ai.
Okay.
Interesting. Stumbled.
Sensei, would you say that romance influences your story style, or like?
Not yet, and because most romance includes like a mystery or suspense side, and most of their characters are masculine and strong dude. So it is not elements in my comics. So I prefer draw comics about more everyday life and ordinary people, not like FBI agent or narcotics agent or like a NAPD detectives.
Romance really likes the FBI law enforcement.
Yeah.
But you said, Sensei, you wanted to draw something like detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I came up with that story, but I thought I can't draw detective story setting in like a modern days. So and I thought, what if it I set the setting of the story in like a Meiji or Taisho era, early 20s or end of 90s, and maybe and I think maybe I can do that. So it is one of the reasons why I want to draw historical romance more. When you sorry.
Please go ahead.
Oh, thank you. When you make story based on modern days, reader knew the real ones, and readers tend to want to read more realistic stories. And so, but when it comes to historical things, and you can read it a kind of fantasy. So if there isn't quite meet the real life, maybe readers can accept it as a part of the story.
There was a question earlier, Sensei. Is there a particular like historical period that you like?
So I'm not very familiar with history actually. So but I like end of Meiji era and the Taisho era, and at that time Japanese society drastically westernized. So you can see mix of Japanese culture and Western culture here and there at that time, and it has distinct taste or style. I like that.
There's this thing they call Taisho Roman, right?
Yeah.
It's almost always like if it's Taisho period, it's Taisho Roman, like a mix of Western and Japanese, which is great, I think. There are lots of like that in automobiles.
I feel like because it's like a mixture.
Let me take a break.
Okay.
So
Sensei forgot to mute.
Yeah, but it's pretty good progress.
Yep. We still
I
have
think-
like
Still got some time too.
yeah.
So do people recognize the couple or have an idea? Maybe we'll find out soon.
I'm back reading Keigo. I see Keigo. I see Keigo, my brain goes burr.
Yes.
I think I learned my
Very
Keigo more on practicing it already. More not on the like textbook side. I couldn't get the textbook part of Keigo until I started learning it, like applying it. I don't know about you guys.
The
think
same for- Oh, sorry.
Oh no,
I
so
think
go
I
on,
interrupted.
Tiffany.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. In my case, yeah, I think my experience is the same as yours, Gladys. It's like okay, I studied it through obviously the textbook, but it was like through practice that I actually got more used to it. I mean, I can't say I'm really good at Keigo to this day, but I mean, it's not my native language, so I still make mistakes here and there, but like it's really through like actually using it that I became more, accustomed to Keigo, unlike when I was studying it in a textbook and it felt more like theory to me.
I've been at our company for a while, so I think everybody's gotten used to my janky Keigo.
Janky.
It's a little janky. I have a lot of bad habits. But I think that was
through though. It's understandable. So that's all that it needs to be.
Yeah, enough to get through. Oh, I think somebody asked what the Manga Planet team, what's your favorite title of Yamane Sensei?
I think The Stray. I just blurted it out.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
couldn't contain my excitement. But this, oh my God, it's so warm and like realistic. Not that I've been in these situations, but I can really imagine it happening, I guess. And yeah, I'm like still hung up on what somebody said earlier about how they felt as a gay man, how it was very relatable, like the stories, and how Sensei also mentioned that she kind of found her home. And I was just thinking that like Sensei might have found her home, but I think she also created a bunch of homes for people to like recognize themselves in. And it's so warm, and the story is, and there's cat. Oh,
it
like
is
the
cute.
best.
Yeah, the cats. Yeah.
I mean, all of the stories are great. Like every single time I open a new one, it's like it brings me into the world, and it's so great. But I think the stray really stuck with me. Anyway, that was like my long-winded
Oh no,
fanfare.
like
No.
that's a really good endorsement
You're
right there.
good.
Everybody go read it.
But like what you said about Sensei creating, homes for readers, that was very beautifully put. I really like what you said.
Yeah, somebody just said it's a safe space for people who appreciate art and are LGBT, and I think the safe space is such a good word to describe when you're reading Sensei stories. Yeah, Gladys or Tiffany, Emma, do you have a particular favorite out of all of the good ones, out of all the great stories?
All of them are
Yeah.
good ones. But my personal favorite would be Save Serious Talk for later, because like actually it was the title that intrigued me at first, because with a title like that I was wondering what's going on here. And like at first, like I thought it was gonna be a really dark story because of the content warning about sexual assault. So yeah, just fair warning that there are depictions of that for those who are sensitive, who don't want to read about it. I mean, it's not being endorsed or anything.
yeah.
It's just that not to spoil, but like it's brought up. But yeah, so I gave it a read, and I thought it was really beautiful, like very like I don't know, just without going into spoilers, like it made me feel like warm and fluffy at the end. I really liked how it was about overcoming trauma, like the way that the character, like this certain character was able to like the process like what happened to him back then, and how he was able to like finally like overcome it in the end. Like it just ended on a really beautiful note that left me feeling very touched. So yeah, that's my personal favorite.
Oh, I guess yeah. To add on the content warning of that, it's not between the main couple for those interests. It's just like a past thing. So yeah. I guess my favorite. Oh, Gladys, do you want to go?
Oh, yeah, you can go. You can go.
Oh, I mean, there's bits that I like in all of them, but it's fine even if it's just a dream. Like it has the main, what was it, like the main love, like main character isn't like a normal like female protagonist you see, like given it's a bit of a spoiler like this, but like given his background, it's sort of unusual. And like that has to tie into that cliffhanger or like that sudden twist sort of thing in after the second chapter. So highly recommend people check that title out. But there's like Yamane Sensei has like very like longer titles and also shorter titles as well. So if you want like more like a shorter like one shot title, like When That Day Comes is more on the shorter end. That's one chapter. As well as like Liu's Fool as well. So this is like a wide range of people want like longer, shorter titles. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the short ones. I like Across the Apple Orchard. I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you
It's
apologizing?
the Gakuen the
Ah.
academy setting is just like too sweet for me. I mean, I won't spoil because it's a single chapter. It's a one shot. So, but yeah, it's just the development of you know, how one of the characters develop feelings for the other, and I can't say anything without spoiling. So yeah.
Yeah.
But like I think clearly everyone can see that even though we're on the Manga Planet team, like we are such big fangirls.
Yeah.
And
We also
like,
have very different tastes too. So
yeah.
Yamane Sensei's titles like really could hit like a broad range of like preferences and tastes and things like that.
True.
And I'm like a BL beginner, but it's still really enjoyable for me, and Emma is like a veteran.
Oh, I'm a crusty
Yeah.
BL reader.
Crusty. You are very highly experienced.
But I think
What does crusty mean? What does crusty?
crust it just
Initiate no. Crusty, what does crusty mean?
Like 枯れてる
なんか完全に腐ってるっていうか
Oh no.
不女子。カンフ女子。だから完熟ならずカンフ。
Totally rotten.
Totally
one.
entirely
Totally
rotten.
But since when did you start reading BL or yeah?
In my 20s, so when I started using the internet and I found some BL websites. Yeah, at that time there isn't any social media. There wasn't even blogs. So everyone make their own website. So I found Kusama Sakai's website, and I got into it.
Oh,
The internet teaches us many things.
And Kusama Sakae was considered as a new wave of BL comic artists. So in the past, there are a lot of
Oh no.
Oh no, it froze.
I hope Sensei did not get disconnected or something.
We're still moving, right?
We are.
I hope so.
Yeah. Sensei,
Oh no.
come back.
The internet. Oh no.
Oh, there you go.
You came back.
You're back.
Came back.
Oh, sound?
Sensei. Oh, she's muted.
Oh no.
Sensei, we cannot hear you.
Can she hear us?
And the screen isn't moving, so I'm
Oh,
not
no,
sure if
the
Sensei
screen-
left. Okay, there we go.
There
There
you
we
go.
go.
Yeah.
There we go. Welcome back, Sensei.
Yeah, we can see
Welcome
you. But I don't think we can hear. Can we hear? Oh yeah, we can hear. I think.
Well, she's not on mute. Sensei.
She's
Oh,
not.
no.
Oh, okay. Hello. Okay.
Hello?
Okay,
Yes.
there we go.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say is the Kusama Sakae made a new BL history.
Mm.
Someone sensei asked how often do you need to replace your markers? I'm curious too.
Oh no, did she freeze it? Oh.
It's turning red though. Sensei. It's too hot for the
Sensei?
internet.
Yeah, Zoom
keep
is
chatting.
It's hot. Sensei,
Yeah, I
can you
think-
hear us? She's spoken.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe she's choosing her markers.
Yeah. I guess we could chat
I
in the
didn't-
meantime.
I didn't know they only had 12 colors of Posca.
Yeah,
Right?
I was really surprised to hear that.
It's
And
a lot
then
less than I
she
thought.
can make art with just 12 colors. Like how hard is that? That's really difficult.
Yeah. Wow.
I've been looking for pens like Posca, transparent ink pens for a long time. So if you knew that kind of pen, please let me know.
Mm.
Yeah. Anybody in chat have any recommendations?
Sensei,
Yes.
somebody asked in the chat, how often do you have to replace these Posca markers?
Not so often. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it lasts quite long.
Oh,
That's good to
Do you-
know.
do you also use Copic? Copic.
No, I haven't used Copics, and yeah, many artists use that, especially when I was teenager. And
Oh.
but
Mm.
it is so it has a certain smell because
Oh.
I think, is it alcohol
Yeah.
based? Maybe.
Mm.
yeah, alcohol. So in Japanese we call shinna no niyoi. What is thinner? So
Thinner.
Ah.
yeah. So that like a certain chemical smell, and yeah, maybe it's not very good for your health.
Yeah. It's like in America how Sharpies have that smell.
Mm. I like that smell.
I like that smell
Usa
too.
has to
Yeah.
say it. I
I
love
like-
the smell too.
It smells good, but my mom says it kills your brain cells, so I don't know if
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
You're like sniffing, I don't know. Oh, what do you call that? Anyway, glue or something. Don't smell
Yeah,
it.
it's bad for you. For a while, the Posca sound was like an ASMR video.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yamane sensei can make ASMR video. Try it with Posca.
My God, I would watch that on like no end. I need like the 10-hour
Yeah.
version.
10-hour Posca ASMR.
Sensei, someone asked, what do you think of Omegaverse?
I haven't read any Omega Verse story, and yeah, to be honest, I'm not very interested in Omega. And yeah, but it is very popular these days.
Yeah, it's like the continued influence of supernatural. No, it's far away from supernatural now, but
They recommend you read one and then you will not stop reading.
it's an acquired taste, though, is it? I say that when I
Maybe.
read it, so
How about Isekai, Sensei?
I have to say I'm not so really interested in fantasy story. Yeah. So to many English learners, Harry Potter is one of the best recommendation, but I haven't read it. And
Oh.
I can't remember the rule of that world. So
That's true.
the authors create the original rule on their world, and I can't remember it.
Me still trying to understand Dungeons and Dragons.
Me try to understand Lord of the Rings.
That's true. Yeah, natural love and age gap.
Like slice of life is good.
I love how, yeah, it looks like someone pointed out that the background is a lemon. Why
yeah.
lemon?
Yeah, because it is citrus cone. I use the citrus motif for my design.
Yeah. What are they drinking since it's lemonade?
Maybe lemonade.
Actually, this is a question for the panel and Yamane Sensei. Like, do you know what like lemon means in the like fan fiction contest, like context, or like?
Is it still being used the same way though?
I don't
know. I don't think so. Like,
oh my god,
like
Emma.
the fans, like when I see like newer fans, like the ones who like grew up on TikTok and all, like I've seen some of them being like, "What is lemon? What is lime?" But even like, but even before TikTok came along, like I think like basically a lot of Gen Z doesn't know the lemon lime scale thing.
Wait, Usa, do you know what the lemon lime scale means? This is a good question. Not to point you out or anything, not to like single you out or anything. I'm just curious.
Exposed. I had to Google it actually.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And
wait, yeah. Oh.
I don't remember them off of the top of my head, but
Sensei.
Yeah, Sensei, have you heard of like lemon and lime being used? I guess I don't think it's used that much in Japan.
I checked about like a citrus scale when I did about this live stream, and I found a lot of farmers' websites.
Actual lemons.
And I was like, I don't think it is what I want to know.
Yes,
it
I
is
wasn't
like
alone.
a chili pepper laid in futekia.
Yeah, we use. I mean, maybe we should have done the lemon lime scale back in the day, but
that is like fanfiction.net.
It's a very specific, yeah.
Generation. Oh god. Yeah. I like it lemon. Is that the concept of the con?
It must be, right?
It is
Right?
because like I saw like how the other panels were rated, and that's where that's the inspiration for the name of this con, right?
Yeah. Everybody
because
in the chat said yes.
I did my reading about the con beforehand. But
yeah.
I
I
feel so old.
Yeah.
No.
I remember like seeing this tweet or something like that went along the lines of if you still know what if you know what lemon and lime are in the context of fanfic, then you qualify for a veterans discount.
Oh my god. Let me get that discount. Where's my walking stick?
Where's my lemon and lime pension?
Lemon and lime pension. Is there a way to is there a slang like that in the Japanese space BL fandom?
Like
Lemon or lime or
I I can't remember off the top of my head about rating, but there is a word like asachun. And have you ever heard the word asachun?
Asachun?
No. Maybe
Asachun.
I think I thought Emma knew this slang.
Well, I'm also my brain is also
funny, and chun
Chun.
is the bird chirping. So and so,
yeah. Okay, yeah. Now I know. It's like the flash to the next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The author omit the
Mhm.
sex scene, and so
It's like
they just
in English
draw.
is draws to the next
Is there-
morning.
The morning after?
Yeah. So we call it asachun.
Yeah.
Fade.
So,
In English it's called fade to black, I think, sort of. I don't think it's necessarily the
yeah.
next morning, but yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
My brain is
Asachun.
like my brain's operating on like 30% right now. So but yeah,
7%
asachun. So I guess that's more
Asachun.
like not having like super spicy, but more like
Yeah.
on the
Vanilla?
lighter side.
Like
Vanilla, like
leave it to
well,
the imagination.
okay, maybe not vanilla because there's still implied sex, but
yeah, it's like
lime?
it's like an old
maybe
like
it's lime on the citrus scale.
Yeah, like when old movies used to flash to like ocean waves or something.
Yeah.
Just references something even older.
Train montage.
Yeah, like when we have to express things in metaphor or something, or like
The
just
sky.
allude to it. Yeah, couldn't blow
Currents
like that
blowing,
one.
Oh,
So also we learned Japanese.
learned the new word today, asachun. I don't know the orange and the grapefruit though. What's that?
I thought they were just like higher ratings.
Oh, they're higher
like more, I guess, more spicy in the tequila.
than the lemon. Ooh.
Now I want like an orange cream bar or something, or like something citrusy. So it's like 11 p.m.
I thought you said 11 p.m.
Oh,
Did you just casually throw in a pun?
Very spicy, very
Could be.
very explicit grapefruit, very spicy.
Oh,
and
very possibly dark grapefruit.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very late EST.
yeah, thank you everybody for staying up.
Yeah, it's 11 p.m.
Wow, almost 1 a.m. I like that grapefruit is possibly dark. That's so funny.
It makes sense, the scale, like when you think about it.
It does.
I don't know. It's like it's intuitive.
Where is everyone from, by the way?
Is everyone in the US? There must be some non-US people too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we got go out of America.
Ohio, Texas.
Oh, California. South Africa. Wow.
Philippines, Germany. Thank you for coming. Mexico,
Brazil.
Scotland.
Wow. Oh, we have someone from Japan. Nice.
Hey, it's so hot.
Oh, Latvia.
Wow,
so many
So many people from different places from the world, Sensei.
Dominican Republic. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a very
Yeah.
global audience.
Yeah, for many of you, it must be midnight or very early morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that it's 2 a.m., 1 a.m.,
Wow.
3 a.m. Somebody.
Yeah, but
That's
people
nice.
wanted to see, so glad they could stay up and stick around. Even the Manga Planet team are a little bit all over, right? Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usa
Not to
and I
not to dox us, but
are in Japan. Emma is in the US and Tiffany's right now in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're all coming in
Really?
from all over.
Oh, they're holding hands.
Manga
Manga
Planet's all
Planet
over the
is
planet.
all over the planet. Nice one,
What-
V.
What's funny is that we're not usually. It's just like this specific month.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean,
it's
glad
the
yeah.
I guess
It's the
it's also because like August is the time of the Abon holidays.
yeah.
So like although on the one hand it means that travel fares are usually more expensive, but also like in terms of like, you know, taking days off, like it feels like less troublesome to like take some time off in August.
Yeah, it's a nice grouping of days already bundled in.
Yeah. It's like it's not like our company's like, no, you can't take time off easily, but at the same time it's like when you think of like your workload and all, it's like, oh, like the people we work with are likely to also be on vacation, so it's like we're also like, it's like, okay, then maybe if I take some time off during this time, I'm less likely to like feel compelled to like check my work email or something, I guess. But
Everyone senses. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, I just saw V's comment. We're well, it's a weekend, but we're not like technically on. I mean, we're not on vacation. Like tomorrow is
looking
still a
from-
work day for us. But thank you
Yeah.
for thinking of us, V.
Thank you. Also,
And
since
it's-
everyone is
Having
saying
jobs.
it's very cute.
Yeah.
At first, I wasn't sure who the characters were. I was just like, I just had a guess, but now I know.
Yeah. Anybody wanna guess where these characters came from? Maybe it's too late, but
It's too late. But yeah, finishing touches and right on time, Sensei.
oh yeah, somebody even shortened the
I'm
title.
done.
Yay!
Wow.
Yay! Thank you, Sensei.
Thank you.
Arigato.
Thank you, Sensei. お疲れ様でした.
Thank you.
Thank you.
お疲れ様です。
So we have a few minutes, Sensei. Would you like to say a few words, like message to your readers, to everyone watching right now?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you very, very, very much. No, I can't thank enough to you. Sorry, my brain almost stopped. I can't with good English words, but I really appreciate you coming to see this live streaming, and lots of compliments about comics. I'm really encouraged by you. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you, Sensei.
Thank you, Sensei.
Thank you, Sensei. And I guess that's it for our panel. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for coming today. Usa, Emma, Tiffany, do you have anything you want to say before we go?
Well, thank you to everyone who attended, and of course, thank you to Ayu Yamane Sensei for agreeing to be our guest and for taking the time to answer questions and giving us this very beautiful and colorful and summary drawing. To those who guessed which series this is from, you guessed right. This is from Save Serious Talk for Later. And of course, thank
Yes,
you
you're
very
right.
much to. Oh, sorry, sorry. And of course, thank you very much to CitrusCon for inviting us and having us here. It's been an honor. Thank you.